Hi, I'm Christian Guzman, and I approve of the Board Shorts and Banter podcast.
Short espresso, and I've had no snus in 2 days, so special occasions, mate.
We're recording. I think that's is that a question for the podcast? What the hell's a snus?
What the hell is a snus? This right here is a packet of. Have you seen like the Limitless film with the nootropic pills?
Yeah.
This is not that. It's basically just nicotine in a pouch that you like cram into your gum, and it has like nootropic effects. But it is it's like vaping, except it's cool and it doesn't give you cancer.
Okay.
Get it in there, but get it in there, son.
Oh, we're recording right now.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, mate.
Yeah, fantastic start. Brilliant.
40 seconds in.
That's a Mo Samuel start. That is right there. That's perfect.
Just let that snuzz. Let the nicotine. I think it's called buccal ingestion when it's through the lining of your mouth.
Buccal ingestion.
Let the nicotine absorb buccally into my bloodstream.
What's it called when it's in your asshole again?
Rectal? Is it just rectally?
I don't know. It's got to have a technical name.
It's a suppository for a pill that's in your asshole.
I wonder if you could put a snuzz in your butt.
You
Absorption from the anus.
You can give it a go, mate. I've already got one in at the minute.
I'll have you.
You can take drugs through your ass, so you can definitely take a snus through your ass.
True.
It's called boofing or plugging.
Plugging, yeah, that's it. I've heard of that before.
Yeah.
I can't say I've done it, but like I've tried to be talked into it, but I've never really felt the need to do it, to be honest.
Yeah.
Boys,
I've never done it.
Boys, listen to me. Pre-workout in your ass.
What, like an enema?
Yep. What we say?
Oh my
we in?
God.
Dragon's Den. Let's go.
Let's go. Absolutely not.
Pre-plug out.
Pre-plug out. That's what
it's like. Do you know it's like a thing in Asia, like getting enemas?
What? Oh, don't you believe it's like cleanses you?
Yeah, like my girlfriend does it, mate. I don't know if she's done it in a while, but she has like a freaking like it's a thing, mate. Like a thing that Asian people just do, or a lot of Asian people do, especially in Thailand. And like, I went to a massage place, dude, and at like a proper massage place for like a medical massage, like it's like a physiotherapist.
Oh yeah,
Mate. Next, where they do the massages, they offer this like enema service, and then she was like, it's really bougie. Josh, it's really bougie upper class like massage place. It's like freaking expensive. It's like £100, which is in Thailand is like £1,000 probably. But then it's like a holistic like health center as well, like physiotherapists to do loads of stuff there for your health. And then she was trying to upsell me this like enema service, and she was the woman from reception, like all suited up, is taking me around this room, and then she shows me like the engine room of this like enema thing, mate, and it's like a pump the size of like the kitchen, and then an entire room of just all these tubes and filtration systems just to go up someone's ass. And I was like, wow, absolutely not doing that.
Why does cleaning out someone's butt require so much power? It sounds like you go down to the bottom of the Titanic and you've got the engine room.
Oh, what's it called? What do them gays do, Tom? What's it called? It's got a name when you clean out your butt. It's like do thing or something.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, Josh, you know.
Yeah, I know.
Josh, you like a Thai massage, don't you?
Oh, mate, I love a Thai massage. I
Really?
go to a woman in Sheffield. It's not dodgy.
Yeah,
I have to say that Sal is a very lovely lady, but you do have to go around the back of a house, and it is in a shed.
Okay, sounds quite dodgy to me.
But I've been going for 3-4 years. I send my clients there. No one's complained so far.
I bet they fucking love it, mate. The dodgy massages in the shed.
No one's
around the back. No one's complaining.
No one's complaining. Everyone comes out happy, don't they?
Is she Thai? Is she a proper Thai?
Yeah. Oh, mate, she's proper Thai. She's like late 40s and nearly 50. Her husband is like 90.
No way.
Oh wow, that's definitely dodgy then.
Oh, it's not dodgy, Tom. It's not
dodgy. Is he a white dude?
He's a white dude. He's called Keith.
Okay. I'm going to refrain from saying anything paedophilic or racist. Oh, just an FYI for the listeners of this podcast, my girlfriend is half Thai, half Chinese, so I'm immune from all racism and cancellation.
Yeah. Do you know what
you are?
Mo, do you know what we realised as well, right? At the start of our podcast, We've got Christian Guzman that says, "My name is Christian Guzman, and I approve of the Board Shorts and Banter podcast." So we can say whatever we want, and Christian approves of it. Take a shot.
Well, oh my god,
Christian loves a Thai massage and an enema.
yeah. He's been showing me some good spots actually in Bangkok, like that. But not that joke.
Oh my god!
But go on.
We are 5 minutes into the podcast. Well, welcome, Mo. Thank you for making the time this evening. I know that you're a busy guy. Thank you, listeners, for tuning in. Tom, do you want to hit the music, or shall we not bother today?
We're going to do the music, all right?
Oh, we've got to do it for
3,
Mo.
2, 1.
Who's singing, you or me?
You.
No way.
Welcome to the Board Shorts and Banter podcast. Tonight we have Mr. Mo Samuels.
Yo, what's up, guys?
Wow.
Oh my days.
You've really upped the production on this game, the production on this podcast since I was last on, so fair play to you lads.
We had investors. We've got investors now, mate.
Yeah, doing absolute bits.
We've had small
Joe
loan of
Rogan.
$1 million. Yeah, Joe Rogan.
I don't know if you know him. It's kind of a big deal.
Yeah, well, maybe.
Anyway. Boys. Mo.
Yeah.
How are you?
I'm very good, thank you. Yeah.
How are you doing?
Good. I'm currently feeling the effects of this snus encroaching into my veins, and I'm starting to feel slightly lightheaded. My mood is increasing, so I think I'm chronically addicted to nicotine. But yeah, I'm feeling good, mate. The caffeine, the nicotine setting in. I'm just debating as well. Like, it's a bit of a weird one, this podcast, because obviously I know, I kind of know you. Well, I've chatted to you a few times, Josh. You're good mates to Tom. I know Tom quite well. So it's like, it's more of a chill one, isn't it? Rather than like a fucking got to be switched on motivational public image. This is going to be like all of the worst side of me is going to come out in this, I'm sure.
That's what we want to see.
We want unfiltered Mo to the point where it's not going to cancel us,
Beautiful. Let's do it.
No promises. But Josh, mate, how are you anyway today? You train legs today, didn't you? How you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty special at the minute. My legs are dead, and I think I'm severely dehydrated. Was it really warm in Manchester?
Oh, it's horrible, mate.
Where are you based, Josh? Sheffield.
I'm an hour and a half away.
I think it's a bit warmer further south you go today, because apparently London's been absolutely belting, but this evening wasn't too bad here. It's like cooled down a little bit. I'm like
sweating now. But that might just be from having two handsome boys on my screen.
Oh,
I reckon so, mate. I reckon so. But no, I think today is a good opportunity. Mo, we got some questions for you. We got actually Matt. Like, all right. So every time I put like a question box like Mo, it was last time as well. So many people want to know, right? So we got some questions for you. But also prep, mate. Last time you were on the potty, you was it at the start of prep?
I think so. It's a couple of months in.
A couple of months in. And obviously, how long was your prep again?
18 weeks.
Cool. Right. And now you're how many weeks post show?
Like 2 months, 8 weeks.
Fuck.
Just a bit under 7 or 8.
That's gone so quick.
I think it's 7. I think it's 7. It's probably 7.
That's absolutely flown. But anyway, the last conversation we had was pretty much you obviously talking about your prep, obviously what you want to achieve. How did it go, mate? For anyone that doesn't know, give us a rundown.
It went pretty well until I crossed paths with Brad, who was previously on, who just cleaned me up in the overalls, just fucking grabbed me by my feet and mopped the floor with me because the guy looks like an absolute weapon. But no, in all seriousness, won my class was really good. I just scraped into the men's physique tool. I was like a few mil into the men's physique tool. Managed to win it, take home the gold, which is really, really cool. And then stayed for the overalls, but didn't get the overalls. So happy with that, though. Really happy with that.
Mad. It was one of the biggest shows that I've ever been to in my life. It was absolutely sick. So a class win there is probably an overall, a bog standard, let's say UKDFBA regional. So you have done pretty amazing, mate. It was also a very, very beautiful moment, like when you won, because all your crew went mad.
Nah, it was cool. It was like, I appreciate Tom being there. Josh, I forgot I saw you as well, mate. Sorry about that. I was like completely. The whole day was just like a massive blur. Like a massive
Mo
blur.
was in a trance. You literally in a trance,
I
mate.
saw you getting a coffee, and I was like, this kid, he's not on planet Earth.
I was just stressed. I just felt stressed for the first half of that day. Just wanted to get on stage. Like I was trying to be sociable and speak to people, but I just wanted to, I was just pretty locked in and just wanted to get on stage. I know it's bad to say, but kind of get it over and done with. Just like get the day sorted, everything to go well. Obviously, you're stressing about like getting on stage in time, not missing your slot, like being fed correctly, being watered correctly, and then it's just like, so happy it's done with. Stoked of it, really. So yeah, big shout out to you boys as well. Thanks for the glaze, mate. Thanks for the Tom for applying the glaze. You offered me some red hot glaze, which I didn't use because I'd never used it before. But the thought is still there anyway. Imagine I was allergic to it or something.
Lewis came over to me. He was like, "What the fuck is this?" Because obviously, like Lewis is keeping an eye on you. He's like, "What the fuck is this stuff?" I was like, "Oh, it's like chili oil that you just rub all over Mo." And he's like, "No." He's like, "We're not using it."
Well, I think why you didn't win the overall, mate.
Trying to sabotage you, mate. I reckon.
Me? No, I would never do that.
He had some clients in the game, so I know your game, mate. Like, smoke and mirrors, seem like a nice guy, but in reality, like, it's stabbing me in the back, I reckon.
I'll do anything for the win. Anything.
It's got to be done, mate. It's got to be done.
We'll stay on your competing for the time being. I just thought I would ask you, how did you find the old posing, mate?
What do you mean? You say that? What do you mean? You're laughing about that? God.
Your posing was the best on the stage. You
reckon?
Oh, mate. I knew where Tom was, and I could just see that you were just looking at him, trying to replicate everything.
Oh, you mean that part of the posing? Okay,
yeah, that part.
So yeah, like, ignoring that part, which we'll get on in a minute, the posing compared to when I previously competed was so much better. So actually, like, Tom's largely responsible for that as well. He like really helped me out with the posing, and Maka as well actually paid for a posing coach, which is, I feel like it's just a given if you're competing for the first time, or if your posing isn't absolutely on point, like you need someone to coach your posing, because it's like, just obviously the way you boys know, the way you present yourself on stage makes such a difference between like placing and not placing. And then previously, I like a really unpolitically correct analogy is like, I literally looked like I had Parkinson's when I first started like posing on stage, like all like hunched up, like shaking, like like, I'm not even joking, mate.
The way I describe Mo's posing is like, you pose like a bodybuilder.
It just doesn't, like, Tom has like flow. Like Tom's like, it looks like Tom's dancing. Like with me, it's just like, I just felt like I just don't have that stuff to work for it. So in terms of the posing itself, I've really worked on that, which I think helped me out massively. So I'm pretty happy with where it's at. But when I was actually on the stage, I couldn't hear a fucking thing. So they'd be calling. I don't know if it was loud or if it's because of like the echo or the way the speakers were set up, that maybe they weren't pointing into the actual, like anything pointed into the actual competitors. But I noticed there's a few boys that were kind of missing poses as well. So it got to a point where I was like on the comparisons, the call outs. You can tell I'm a seasoned physique competitor. I can't remember the name of the call outs, but when they're doing like comparisons, whatever, I like couldn't hear a thing, mate. So they'd call like a double bicep, like an overhead, and I would just do the complete wrong pose. And then the only thing that got me through this was literally I had to look at Tom, and they were shouting like, "Mo, hands overhead, abs," and then I'd do like, so everyone would do like an overhead abs, for example. I'll be doing like a front double bi, and then I'd be holding it for a few seconds, and then I'd just be like like I'm just doing some interpretive posing routine where I'm just like really confident and just showing my physique off in a slightly different way, when in reality I had no idea what was going on, couldn't hear anything, and was just like literally staring at Tom, because you're meant to be filming first of all, Tom, weren't you? And then you had to stop.
I was like filming, and I was like, fucking hell. I thought it'd be like once or twice, and it's like every pose I was like handed the camera over to someone. I was like, I've got to sit here and just pose now.
I just looked at Tom and did it that way.
It worked, man. It worked.
Yeah, it worked. And I was literally like, I fucked this up so bad, I'm not even going to place. I literally thought that.
Was you more nervous for this show than previous? Because it's like, again, like when you've competed, you've done one show, like each and every single time you compete. Because like you're not a competitor. Like you're not. I know, like you love it and you love the process of it, but like you're not a competitor. So you don't get that like me doing 4 or 5 shows in a season. So it's like you've still only competed what 3 times.
Yeah, so I say I've competed twice, but I've actually competed 3 times. But the first show was like a student only university show. I don't even know if it's still a thing, but I don't really class that. Yeah, I wouldn't really say it's a proper show, to be honest. It's like the standard's not great because obviously everyone's really young. They've just started training. They're in university. So yeah, the only 2 proper shows I have done. But yeah, man, I don't know. I was pretty nervous for that one, which I don't really know. Like, it's a bit of a weird one.
I think it's a good thing though if you were nervous for it, because clearly there was some like, I don't know, maybe there was some like things in yourself that you needed to like break down. I don't know, but now that you've done it, I don't. Maybe it was because I feel like. Do you feel like social media, like a following people, like following your journey? Quite a lot of them definitely puts more pressure on it.
I don't know. It's a tricky one. I think the actual reason I was shitting myself for that one as well was because of it was the PCA Naturals in Telford, obviously, wasn't it? Started prepping for the show, and then halfway through the prep, I was like, okay, so they hadn't released the specific criteria for it. I figured they were gonna follow the same criteria, something like, I think it's like BNBF or what are the other
WNBF, the WADA.
Yeah, I've spoke to you about this, and then they released has never taken anything from WADA ever. And then it's like, obviously I've used nothing steroid or anabolic or anything like that affect the way that I looked. But there's so many recreational drugs. There's so many different things, pre-workouts, like all of this different that I've used that would technically from that criteria. And I was like, fuck, like, what do I do? But then I went through to a polygraph and I chatted to him about it and it's all fine and everything like that. But before then, I was like shitting myself because I was like, I've prepped for this show. And then they've released, there was no clause being like image enhancing or anything like that. It was literally just like, has never taken anything from WADA.
Blanket statement.
Because then it's normally like, okay, it's never used anything in an image enhancing way. Or it's, let's say, you guys know how it works, don't you?
Yeah.
And I was just that was one of the things that absolutely bricking myself about. Because I was like, what do I even do at this stage? But it was all good. It was all fine. Like, I had the polygraph, like I chatted to the guys in the polygraph about it. I was like, past that with flying colors. And then after that, I was like, oh, it's fucking fine. It's no problem whatsoever. And then I kind of a bit of a weight lift off my shoulders. And I'd already done the first part as well before the overalls. And then when I got into the overalls, I was kind of like, what will be anyway, regarding like where I place and stuff. But then it was like, the day was kind of almost up and I was like, yeah, I can just enjoy it a little bit more. And I'm not stressed. Like, I've already stepped on stage once. Yeah. So yeah. But I was still stressed as fuck about the whole thing.
Normally with testing, every other federation would normally do a polygraph before you step on stage. So like, you wouldn't have had that stress if it was any other federation. I don't know why they did it that way, but
that was it, because I think that was it. I remember now, because it was like, I was like, holy fuck, I've done my class, and then it's like they want it, and I was like, what happens if I win the overall? And then, for example, they're like, oh, because you've used something in WADA once, for example, you know what I mean? I was going to be like disqualified or publicly outed, and then I won the overall, and then I was going to be the most fucking hated man in the world. And I was like, I just want to go for the polygraph just to make sure everything is all good and everything is all fine and that I'm all cleared and it's all okay. So I think that was the main thing. So when I did on that day, like, Tom, you'll remember this as well. So I made sure that I was like, it's weird. They were like doing people at the end as well, weren't they? Like after the show, I think they're still running the polygraph, but I made sure to get that done before the overalls, but it meant that it almost ran into the overall, because I was like, I just really wanted to go in and just sit down and actually like get that done, and obviously the P test and the polygraph and like chat to him and all of that stuff. So by the time that was done, it took like an hour. Everyone was already going on stage for the overall. So I came out of the polygraph and it was like everyone was already backstage pumping up. I had to like run backstage, like unfed, unwatered, unpumped, and literally run onto stage. And then like I kind of didn't really, maybe I didn't really have time to think about like competing and being on stage and stuff, just because it is so fucking rushed the second time. So I could just just enjoy it a little bit more.
You did look like you enjoyed it more, and you look better in your overall.
Weird, isn't it? Weird.
Yeah. That just like dropping stress, like, just having low level stress the entire day until like you passed your polygraph. That would have made a difference to the physique. if you'd have put hot stuff on, mate, you wouldn't have needed to get pumped up. The veins would have just appeared.
Nah, I'm going, mate. I'm going to have to try it before. I think, like, yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
Do you know what? Try it now, Tom. Have you got any?
Next time we're in IB for Mo, right? In the middle of DC10, we're just going to strip off and we're going to fucking cover ourselves in it, mate.
I couldn't think of anything worse, to be honest. Has it got your hymn line in it as well? Like, that'd be awful.
I don't think so. It's got like what's it called?
Deep heat.
It's got like it's like deep heat, right? But it's also got
smells like deep heat.
Capsicum, like like the chili.
Capsicum.
Like
yeah.
The thing that makes chili. It's literally got that like oil.
Yeah,
it's pretty gnarly. You don't want to get it in your mouth or your eyes. It'll fuck you up.
Yeah, I'm quite a sweaty boy as well. Well, you don't really put it on your face, do you? So it should be all right.
Yeah, I wouldn't do
that. Definitely
we'll see.
The funniest thing that I've seen this year at a bodybuilding show. Did you? Oh, no, you wouldn't have seen it, Tom. So someone was glazing up at the WMBF UK show. And for some reason, glaze, yeah? Just started putting it on the bottom of his feet.
Really?
On the bottoms?
On the bottom of his feet. So his feet were dripping in glaze. And everyone around just went, mate, what the fuck are you doing? He's like, oh, shit. Oh, what have I done? So we're like slipping all over backstage and there's fucking glaze everywhere. It was hilarious. Hilarious.
Jesus Christ. But Josh, where would you have put Mo in the overall? Do you remember seeing? Well, obviously you watched the overall, didn't you?
I have seen many, many photos of the overall. It's tough because the guy that won the short class were very, very, very symmetrical, very well muscled. The Masters guy was like a bit of a freak as well. And then obviously Brad's Brad.
Who won? Was it a black dude that won the short class?
Yeah.
Yeah, he looked sick. He looked really sick. His midsection was fucking phenomenal. He looked really good.
Yeah, so I would have probably put him in second, and then maybe you or the Masters guy in third in the overall.
I'll
take that. The Masters guy was just like so well muscled and quite well conditioned. His posing weren't great, but
Okay, so Josh is a WMBF judge. So from a judge's perspective, Josh, what does Mo need to improve?
Maybe a little bit more size on your delts and your back.
Delts, you reckon?
Just a little bit.
Okay, I think I agree with you on back. I agree with you. I can't remember what the feedback I got was actually. I think
I think the reason why he says delts, Mo, is because your chest is so fucking big.
Okay, yeah.
It's the balance across the top line. Like your chest is so good, and then it's then it's then trying to get your delts to match your chest, and then your back's nowhere. Your back isn't on the same level as your front. So
I agree. I think it's because I don't really like training back. I don't want to say that now. I enjoy it a bit more now, but like the last few years of training, I'll always train 5 days a week, no matter what. I say to Tom, like no matter where I am in the world, what I've got in my life, like the last 10 years, I've trained 5 days a week consistently, like fucking absolutely spot on. Unless I've been in hospital, like there's a kind of like, I don't have, do you know some people just go through phases where they just don't train? I don't understand that.
Yeah.
But then obviously if I'm not being coached or I'm not on a program or I'm not actually following anything specific. For example, I'm in Thailand for 3 months. I'm probably going to do a little bit less volume and a little bit less intensity on blacks. I'm like, so fucking don't enjoy it so much. So
once you've got like the physique there that you got now, it's not actually that hard to maintain it. It's just it's just like less is more. You just got to make sure when you get into the gym, you're actually fucking smashing it. If you if you've got shit workouts, turn up only 3 days per week, like your physique's going to deteriorate. Versus if you're actually switched on, like I think when did we actually meet each other? We've known each other for like 7-8 years. I don't even know.
Yeah, probably a bit longer than that, mate.
Yeah, something like that.
It's probably more like 9 years.
Fuck. Neither of us have like stopped training that time at all. Like both just consistently trained the whole time. And like what's mad like with you, Mo, is like you're not even. What I always say is if you train fucking hard, but if you trained like me year round, you would be fucking ridiculous.
I was just gonna say, Tom, what have you been doing wrong, mate?
I know.
Mo like tries, but you give everything.
Like Mo like tries for a few months, like does a prep, and then just comes in like cleans up. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but you got to remember as well. Come on, obviously I agree. Like from a muscle building point of view, I'm definitely genetically like superior to you in that sense, Tom. But like I'm not willing to do what you're doing with a year-long bulk, for example. There's no fucking way you'd ever catch me doing that ever again.
Yeah, but like,
why?
Yeah, why?
Well, I say that, mate, but to be fair,
I know why. You can't do the wind tunnel.
Well, that's one of the reasons. I just don't like the look. Like, I don't want to look like fucking. I don't look like Tom, like that fat. It repulses me. I'm kidding.
Tom has got such a big face.
Look, I'm not a bodybuilder. Like, now, I feel like I'm too big now. Like, I feel like, as in, like, from a muscle point of view, I look at myself. I'm like, I'm too big. I look too big. I want to get smaller. I don't want to be this muscly. Yeah.
At least, do you know what we can say from the situation, though? At least we can say,
awful, mate. It's hard to lose muscle.
Yeah, you're not an Instagram physique, mate. You're not just an Instagram physique. You got the medals, you got the dubs to back it up now, haven't you?
We'll see. Yeah, I want to do. I do want to step on stage again next year, so we'll see, mate. I want to bring something a little bit better.
Mo wants to compete against me, Josh.
Can we line it up so that we all do a show?
That'd be sick.
I'll have to go into some starting from now. I'll go into the super bulk, mate. Get up to 100 kilos.
You're gonna be following Tom's diet plan: cookies,
it's fantastic,
chocolate bars.
Yeah. You'd absolutely love it. But so then, in regards to plans moving forward for yourself now, Mo, show's wrapped up. Obviously, right now, I know you're getting some Muay Thai.
Mm-hmm.
How do you say it?
Muay Thai. That's it.
What's your plans? What's your plans now, mate? Let the people know.
In terms of plans now, I want to stay below 90 kilos. So I was heavy when I competed. I think it's just you can look at my weight and then be like, you must be fucking huge. Obviously, I'm pretty huge. But for example, Andre, I think I was the same weight as Andre or a similar weight to Andre or something mad.
Andre Diu?
Not on stage, but on my prep. I can't remember. It was something I was 80, a weight where I was lean. I was there was a point where I crossed over with Andre. Obviously, he's off stuff and he's not big. And I think Ranbir, so both of our managers, he was like, mate, what the fuck is going on? You're a fake natty piece of shit. This isn't right. But I think it's just because I have very big legs as well, don't I? I'm overall, I've got that bodybuilder's physique where my legs are fucking big and heavy as well, and I got I don't even train calves. My calves are fairly big, so I think I just carry a lot of my weight in my legs, which then if you look at my weight, do you know what I mean? Because you want a lot of that in the upper body for physique, don't you? Versus so plan now, basically I competed at 80, I think I was probably about 84 kilos on stage, and then the lowest when I was depleted I was 82. And then now my heaviest since then is I'm 89. Maybe I've scraped on where I've been full of food 90. So I'm about 5-6 kilos up from
That's
my
good.
Mo,
it is good. Are you the same height as me? How tall are you?
I think you're a bit taller than me, mate. Because I just scraped into the I think I was I always thought I was 180 centimeters, but I'd love to believe that it's just because I got leaner and I had no fat on my feet. But I got measured and I was I think what's the cutoff for the tall? It's 179.3 or 17 something like that. Yeah, I think I was I got measured at 179.5 or 179.6. So I just scraped into the tall category. I only just got into it. So what are you, Josh? How tall are you?
I'm 176. So that explains why you're heavier than me.
I thought you were tall as fuck. I thought you were 6 foot for some reason.
Shorter than me, mate.
Yeah.
I'm the
you just got the aura of a 6 foot plus man, mate.
Oh, thanks, bro. Thanks.
Towering over everyone.
Do you know how Tom has 10 pounds of personality? I have 6 centimeters of personality.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah,
I think I'm the tallest here.
Yeah,
that explains why I'm just stretched out,
Yeah, but then you tried telling me that you're 5'10" and that I'm taller than. There's no way, mate. You're definitely a little bit taller than me. I think also from your proportions where your hips lie and other things, you probably appear a bit. You are a bit taller than me, but maybe by a mil. But we're pretty similar, aren't we? But you would appear taller.
I think I look taller online than I actually am as well, because I get so many inquiries from guys that are 6'2", 6'3", 6'4". It's mad. I feel like people naturally gravitate towards maybe a physique that they think they could strive for or look similar to theirs. I get so many tall guys that inquire for coaching. So yeah, but now I think I'm 5'11". Something like that.
Explains why I get a lot of fat guys hitting me up.
I get a lot of sexually confused guys.
But now, sweet. Right, Josh, should we get stuck into some of the questions? Because there's literally loads.
Yes.
That's half an hour, perfectly on point. Mo, are you happy to answer some questions, mate?
Yeah, let's get it. Let's go for it.
Are you snuzzed up?
I'm pretty snuzzed up. Yes, I'm on a nice level, mate. I'm cruising.
Of cruising, bro.
Rolling, bro.
Imagine a snuzz on stage. I wonder how that would go down.
I could absolutely do that. I used to DJ with him in, and then when I DJ'd, and I'd forget that I'd have him in, and I'd just be like, "Oh my god, I'm gonna be sick!" Like I'd have it in for like an hour, and then just hit me, and I'd be like, "Fuck, should probably not be doing this."
I want to try a snuzz. It sounds safe.
Oh, it's a slippery. It's like
is it like having Monster?
Kind of, but obviously nicotine's even more addictive. So it's kind of like do you know how people start vaping casually and then they become like full blown like vape addicts? It's similar. It's similar to that. So like my nicotine addiction on prep like progressively went up throughout. Like I was pretty good. For example, snus. Like I probably used it for the last maybe year and a half, but then I'd do it once a week. Like I'd set myself, and I maintained only doing it once a week because it's like not the most enjoyable thing to do. But then obviously with prep, it like wipes out your appetite. It gives you energy. It makes you like it's a nootropic. It makes you sharp without like that kind of like long burn effect that caffeine does where it affects your sleep and other things. It just creeped up to the point where I was doing it every day, like every single day. So now I'm just trying to bring it back down again. So we've just got back to the territory of every other day, and I'll just reduce it slowly over that period. But yeah, Josh, back to the question, mate. You need to try it, but you need to try like a weak one first, like literally like the weakest one to get any kind of enjoyment from it. And then as soon as you start to feel a bit of like head rush from it, just take it out. Because if you leave it in, you'll probably be sick.
I love how like if I was to tell Josh to do a snuzz, he'd be like, fuck off. And Mo tells him to do a snuzz, like, yeah.
Mo weighs more than me on stage, so I've got to listen.
There we go. What do you what do you on stage though? But I'm a little bit taller, aren't I?
78-ish.
Or maybe I just didn't cut properly. I was still fat.
It's just all the edema in your leg, mate. 10 kilos of edema.
Honestly, think that probably adds a kilo to my weight. I reckon. Literally has to.
Mad. Right, first question.
Questions.
I've got the first question because I wanted to ask you this last time, but I completely forgot.
Yeah.
What is Mo short for? Because surely it's not Mohammed.
This is like one of the most asked questions that I haven't had in a while actually, but I used to get this all the freaking time. I do get it sometimes. It is not short for anything at all.
You were born Mo.
I was born. I don't know if I have a driving license next to me. That's in my bag. But yeah, it's not some like I wouldn't actually mind being called Mohammed. I wouldn't like. I get called everything. Like I don't really mind, but I just called Mo. That is literally it. Nothing more, nothing less.
Cool.
If you met his mum, you wouldn't expect anything less. She's
really?
Legend. Yeah, she's a legend. Right. Question. What was the hardest part of prep for Mo?
Oh. I don't know. I kind of enjoyed it all, to be honest. I enjoyed the suffering. Like, I think this one was very different for me because I've said to you, I think I said in the last podcast that I was just absolutely fucking locked in on it. Like, I didn't skip a beat. Like, I didn't miss a day's steps. Didn't miss any cardio. Like, I was still traveling and stuff quite a bit as well, but I'd still be doing all my normal stuff. I'd say two things, actually, as I say that. Like, one of the hardest things was probably where if I was doing something else that day, like I would do a full day's skydiving, like for example, like 6-7 skydives where your heart rate's probably like in 100 and 130 or 120 odd average, like all day. So you're going to burn a shitload of calories as well. And then I was in Spain doing that. And then I'd have a day where I'd be, for example, if I was on a rest day, I was on like, I can't remember what I was on, maybe 2,200 calories around that. It obviously got lower, but 2,200, 2,400, and my expenditure would be so high. It's not the most accurate thing in the world, but my Garmin said my expenditure on one of these days was like 4K calories. Did cardio, trained, and then did like 7 hours of skydiving. I was just fucking hanging, mate. Like I was literally dying. That was probably one of the like physically most hardest days. And then the other thing, that the only really difficult bit on the prep itself was just time management. Like with all the cardio, you know, you boys know, like having to do that much cardio, having to do that many steps, having to do work, having to do all this stuff, and it's just like the day just goes like that, fitting that all in.
The amount of times, obviously, like, I pretty much like shadowed Mo on his prep, and he didn't miss a beat. but like the amount of times and just listen here now says fuck, he'd be like, what's up? It's like, I got 6k steps and it's like 11:30 at night.
Still, I don't think I missed a day's steps though, mate. Yeah, still not. Yeah, it was not the one, but yeah, man, that's probably the hardest. What do you boys say for you?
I think for my last prep, it was the expectation of other people, or like, you know, trying to live up to what I'd done previously. Like the previous time I competed, I won a British title and won my pro card. So it was like, how do you match that or even beat it?
Yeah.
And then like, what would happen if I didn't beat it, or if I didn't even get close to, you know, getting a win? How would that impact my business and stuff?
I can imagine that's stressful because it's like your identity as well, isn't it? As like someone that's smashing physique competitions, like it is you as a person. So it's like a lot of weight on your shoulders versus me just doing it casually.
Yeah, it was pretty scary. Pretty scary.
Mine was probably just time of life for myself when I actually decided to prep, and I was literally going through a separation, a breakup. So that was great. That was absolutely fantastic.
I think it made it better, mate.
Looking back on it, I'm proud of it. Not the breakup, but like, you know, being able to like manage myself. But yeah, that was probably like one of the hardest parts, especially like towards the end as well, when it got pretty rough. But we moved, we learned, and that was that. So, Josh, next question.
Indio.wit has asked, advice for someone who wants to step on stage with less than 2 years gym experience.
Go on, boys. Do you want to start this one? You're probably more qualified than me.
Maybe don't step on stage yet.
Glad you said it, Tom. Dream crusher.
Mo, what would you say?
I think it depends on the position that you're at, doesn't it? Like, obviously, if you want to just do it for the sake of doing it and you don't have competitive aspirations, you just want to see what it feels like. Yeah, sure, you could probably do some like novice first timer show. Do you know what I mean? And if you're some genetic freak, do pretty well. But then if you've actually got 2 years of gym experience and you look like a bit of a rake still, even when you've got a little bit of fat and muscle on your frame, you're probably, it's just like managing your expectations, I guess. Like if you want, you got to do what Tom does, just dedicate a year to a good year to off season at least.
The lad that's asked the question, I've just gone on his profile. He's 17 years old. Not sure how good you can see.
Fucking hell.
Fucking hell.
Get on stage, lad.
Get on.
Clean up.
If you can only hit a side chest, get on there, mate. Your other areas are, you know, obviously pretty weak. You're 17, but your side chest is pretty sick.
It's better than my side chest.
Yeah.
Right. How to get over a breakup. Here we go, boys.
Tom, I think you're the most qualified to answer this one.
It's been a while since I've been through one.
It has, Josh, hasn't it? Jesus Christ. Mo's pretty qualified as well. I would say, in all honesty, to get over a breakup, just like abundance. Like there's, I mean, at the end of the day, like, what did you do wrong in a situation? What did that other person do wrong? Move on, improve yourself. Like there's plenty, and it's cliche, plenty more people out there, but there is. Like, and at the end of the day, like if the relationship didn't work, you're probably not ready to be in a relationship.
Yeah, I agree with you on that, man. I think also it's like, in order for good things, better things to happen, bad things have to happen first. So in the sense that like if you're obviously not meant to be with this person, so you wouldn't be able to meet the person that, say, whether it's like fate or someone just going to really get on with a lot better, who's going to be like your life partner, say, if that breakup didn't happen, then you'd never meet them. And then also it's like, look at all the things you do have now. Like you can go and contract a plethora of STDs across numerous different continents. You can have all the freedom in the world, and you don't have some fucking girlfriend being like, Mo, do this, do that, do this, like all that in your fucking ear all the time. So, and you got loads more time to work on yourself as well. You know, I think as a young lad, like being single is like a pretty good thing as well. You can just really pour your energy into something, whether it's going to the gym, whether it's business, like whatever it is. So it's like there's always good that will come out of it if you let the good grow.
Yeah.
That's what I was going to say. Just find the positives in it, because there are more positives than negatives in a breakup. I'm obviously 100% in a happy relationship, but some of my best memories and times have been whilst I've been single. not doing things. It has to be said.
Yeah, bro, I agree with you on that one.
I feel like that as well. Like when, oh, that sounds bad. Like when you've had like quite like a few partners, I find that each time you go through one, you get a better idea of like who it is that like actually you vibe with. Like
yeah,
you look. What did you say?
I would say anything. It's inappropriate.
Okay, we'll leave that.
So Tom can edit it out.
Nah, it's fine. It's fine.
Okay, I can pause it. I
wasn't gonna say that. It's all good. It's all good. You have to edit this out now anyway because we've like gone off tangent.
No. It's fine. It's Borderlands.
Okay.
But yeah. Anyway, the more experienced you get slowly a better idea of who it is that is right for you. So just spin it to a positive. Anyway,
100%.
That was my question. Josh, you're up.
S3J Chatterjee has asked thoughts on nofap/porn.
Oh, I think I made a video.
Porn is toxic as fuck.
Yeah, I think
so like bad.
Generally, porn is never a good thing for anyone. It's like would you? I literally feel like it's like sitting in a room and doing cocaine by yourself. It's like no one's gonna think that's a good. It's like the same thing though, isn't it?
It's a reward
like
mechanism, isn't it?
Yeah, that reward pathway, like the dopamine. Like if you snort a line of cocaine, you're gonna get a big hit of dopamine. It's like if you smash one out to porn, you're gonna get a big hit of dopamine. It's the same thing. It's like that kind of addictive tendency to it, and then it's just a slippery slope as well. Like a lot of guys end up watching like really fucking weird porn, and they just constantly seek novelty because of how the male brain works, and then it can also affect like your like partners and other things, like people that you're with. Like there's so many stories, you know, of like guys that have porn addictions and then they can't have a relationship or they just can't get it up with their partner or just like lose sexual interest. So I think porn's really bad. Like I wouldn't recommend it to anyone personally. And then
they can't get it up unless their partner's wearing like a big octopus tentacle costume.
Literally, mate.
You know, they're like fucking.
Oh yeah, I had one of my first training partners in when I first started training in school was a bit like that, I think. And
really,
he like got to a point. No one's gonna know who he is, so it's fine. I mean, you can probably find who it is. But he got to a point where he would like pick up his girlfriend and they'd do like, I think one of them was like a hitchhiker like R word. I don't want to say it to get you I don't want to get you like shadow banned. An R word fantasy where he was like a creepy old man and she'd stand at the side of the road, hitchhike, pick her up, then they go to this like whole like creepy like hitchhiker old man, and then just loads of weird shit like that, bro. And that 100% that was inflicted.
But that's crazy. How old? Hang on, how old is he at the time?
He was a little bit older than me, so it's probably around that. Yeah,
he was like 60.
Yeah, he was like 80. Yeah, his girlfriend was like 13.
I know him. It's my massage person.
Oh god, yeah, man. But then I think no fap as well. Like I don't think there's any issues with jacking off if you want to sit in your room and do it. But it's probably going to be much better off to get someone else to do it for you, you know. So
I feel
preferably like unpaid, like someone that loves you.
I think any young lad that like discovers it is going to do it. Like they just are. Yeah. But like there has to be a point where you snap out of it. Because if you're like, I don't know, late 20s and you're there and you're fucking in your bedroom all the time whacking them out, like, in my opinion, like that's probably not good for you, bro. You should probably be doing other things that bring you like fulfillment rather than just whacking one out.
Yeah, man. It's just like that instant dopamine fix. It's like the same as binge eating, the same as like eating shit food, doing drugs, like for the sake of doing drugs. You know, all of that. Yeah.
I just think as well, imagine watching yourself through a camera that's in the top of the corner of the room. Imagine watching yourself doing it from a third person perspective. That's weird.
I look fucking good, bro. I'd watch that.
Imagine that, like, for anything. Seeing yourself do anything from a third person perspective is a little bit weird, isn't it? Like showering. Imagine watching yourself shower. Yeah,
shitting. Yeah.
Texting on the toilet. What a weird thing to do.
Absolutely not. Yeah. So shitting is haram, porn is haram, everything is haram.
Mashallah.
Next question, Josh.
Which one? I've got an Ian Talbot bath, but I'm going to save that to the end because
for fuck's sake,
it's bad. James Lymphedema __ has asked, how hard was the reverse diet from the PCA show? Did you even do a reverse diet?
Yeah, it was. I'm still kind of like going. I say I'm still kind of going through it. My weight is stabilized now, though, like at that 89 kilo mark. So, like I said, pretty around 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 5 kilos up from that. From not from my lowest, but from that kind of like weight where I was sat at, like in the week before the show, around 84 kilos. So yeah, I did reverse diet, or I am kind of still reverse dieting, but the calories are pretty liberal. So I think I bumped like straight up from, I think I literally went on a bump from, I was like around 2,200 on the training days before I competed. So relatively low. And then I got a bump up to just below about 3K, about 3K mark. And then it's kind of like, I quite like the approach I've taken. So obviously I'm coached by Lewis. And I quite like the approach, like rather than actually focusing, let's say, just on actually trickling calories up over a smooth period, it kind of takes into account the psychological effect of it and giving you a bit of leeway as well. So it's like, I've been relatively good because previously I just fucking like, well, after my first one that I did, I got so fat, bro. I just like binge ate, I could not stop like binge eating after the show. But then after this one, yeah, I've gained weight. I've had a few days where I've not so much like I've had an uncontrollable binge or anything like that, but I've just been like, oh, fuck it. I'm just going to order some Japanese food or some shit. So I'd say like 80%, 75%, I've been pretty much there. It's been pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it overall, but I would like to drop now like a couple kilos, kind of hang around 87. Now my weight's kind of plateaued out and stabilized. But yeah, I think that's a must, man. Like reversing somewhat.
Just casually dropping down to my peak off-season weight, just maintain that.
I did just think that Tom, he's mugged you off there, mate.
He's mogging me, mate.
I'm just going to drop my body weight just a tiny bit to Tom's peak off-season where he looks like a bag of
milk.
Yes.
Tesco bag full of custard, mate. That's me. Jesus Christ. Anyway, next question. Enough slating me. Let's have a look. Where's my question box gone? 2 seconds, boys. Right. Okay. This is one for me and Mo. As Mo's on 2, what happened to RET, especially the podcast and Spotify? They were class. Oh, rest in peace, man. Rest in peace, Mo.
Is this for me? This one.
This is for both of us, mate. But do you want to comment on it?
RET. Basically, to be fair, we could have like. Coulda, shoulda, woulda. I feel like we could have fucking smashed it with this if we kept doing it. Yeah. But the first mistake was it was too cheap. Like the price was too cheap. So it was equivalent to, for example, I don't know, things that people charge like $100 a month for, isn't it? Like £100 a month. Like it was identical to all the membership sites, courses that people do like that. And what were we charging, like £10 a month?
No, bro. We started out at $4.99.
£4.99 a month.
And then we increased it, right, to all the new signups on the next website, which we spent like $6,000 on. $7.99.
We should have literally just gone like 50, 100, I reckon, or something like that. So it meant that we were putting, it was a full-time job for us. We were putting, so if anyone's listening, they don't know, it was like RET, it's Real Evolution Training. So it's stuff on like dating, on training, on like how to improve from a mindset point of view, just everything really. And we'd run these challenges. Good. Yeah, it's really good. Like it's community based. I really got an itch to do something similar. Probably will. But yeah, we just basically did that, and it was before all of the stuff. Like, say, I think of like Andrew Tate does like a money kind of hustlers university thing, doesn't he? It's based around money, like a membership site like that. Hamza's got his Adonis school, which is kind of based around like self improvement. It's kind of similar to those things, and it's before all of those things. But ultimately, it was just like we didn't charge enough for it, so we would like take no money out of it. We'd spend all of our time doing it, and it just wasn't sustainable. Ultimately, was it? Like it was just not profitable at all.
Learn so much from it though. From like a business standpoint, for me, learn so much from like growing that.
What was the biggest lesson that you both took from doing that?
Ooh, charge more than $7.99. Nah, joking. Probably the fact that like. Because it was hard to let it go because so much time and work was invested into it.
Mm-hmm.
If you know what I'm trying to say. So it was like that. It's like the sunken cost fallacy. Like it's very hard to let it go. But I feel like it just like reinforced me the fact that like shit does not happen overnight, and that like you're gonna fuck up and you're gonna do dumb shit, and like you've just got to be able to like take that on the chin and learn from it. Yeah, it was pretty brutal, but it was good fun.
Mate, the domain is for sale that we had. It's for if we want to start up again, we can buy the domain for $4,695 if you want to get involved.
Amazing.
What?
Is it actually? Did you search it?
Yeah, I just searched it to see what happened. So
but we changed it to RET fam, didn't we?
Yeah, that's what I just searched. Yeah, retfam.com. Yeah.
Mad. Yeah, mad. Josh, I'm surprised you never heard of it, mate. It was actually like...
Of course I heard of it.
We had like at peak, we had like 400 people on there.
Did we?
Mm-hmm. Peak subscriptions on the Wix website was like 400.
Fuck me. If that would have been what, like 40 grand a month if we're charging 100. We're idiots. We're absolute idiots. Bro.
That's what I mean. But right, in our defense, at the time we were younger, and typically demographic wise, it was all young lads. So it was a young lads getting into the gym, low confidence, like obviously didn't have a lot of money. So like to really hit the mark with like demographic or something like that is very, very difficult. Versus if we did something like that now, it'd probably do a lot better. And because
should I start another RET, Tom, and then you can come on as a guest, make a guest appearance for old time's sake. You and Alex.
Let's do it.
Done.
Let's do it. Josh can come on as well, and just yeah.
Absolutely, we're not leaving you out of this either, Josh.
Yes. I was sat there thinking, come on, give me the call up. I'm ready for this.
Right, next question. We'll ask a couple more.
Get some. Right, Mo, do you enjoy bodybuilding? That question is from Kojo Boateng, WMBF Pro.
What is what would you define as bodybuilding? What does it involve? What do you say?
I would say it is the process of, dieting for a show, but then also I would include the off season in that.
Absolutely, man. I think even if you included dieting a show in that, I'd say if you look at it from the point of view as improving yourself physically, like growing your body, building your body, it's bodybuilding, isn't it? Absolutely. Like I've trained for 15 years maybe, coming up to that. I started when I was like really bad when I was like 15, so no, less than 15, so 13 years, maybe 12 years of proper hard training. So it's like if you do something for that long, you obviously got to love it, but I just love the whole process of, like you said earlier, Tom, like putting time into something, building yourself up, and then it's just literally time, dedication, hard work towards the thing, and you get an outcome at the end of it. So yeah, absolutely fucking love it, which is why I do it.
I feel like when someone's in shape, it really fucking says a lot about the person.
Mm-hmm.
A lot, because like no one can do it for you, but no one can take it away from you as well.
Nah, you can't buy it, can you? It's like, sure, things can make it easier, like money, etc., but
gear.
It's like money, gear, there you go. But ultimately, it just comes down to like the actual sheer amount of hours and work that you put into something over a period of time. So yeah, love that shit.
Yeah, right. Should we make this the last question, Josh?
Oh my god, it's 50 minutes in already.
Yeah. How long are your normal podcasts?
An hour.
An hour. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh mate, we're not like them proper podcasts that are like 2 hours long. We're amateur level.
In, out. Yeah, I get you.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We're Joe Rogan style. We're going for another 2 hours, boys. All right. So
I would join this. We can go for 2 hours easily. My client call can wait.
I'm going to take a snooze now. I'm going to do 3 hours.
Be wired, mate.
Right, so you've already kind of mentioned about like your favorite moment of competing. Actually, no, what was your favorite moment of competing, Mo?
I think it's just like it's a difficult one, man. If you look at one moment, it's probably like when I come off stage and it's like I've done all the work, all of your friends are there. Like it's that really good feeling. You can go out for a nice meal, have a bit of freedom again, like enjoy yourself.
Yeah.
And it's like, and you appreciate, it's like, if you want to appreciate something, abstain from it. And it's like that abstinence makes it nice. Like food tastes better. You appreciate the time that you have. You appreciate everything so much more. I think it's like the gratitude from that thing. Like that's kind of the one singular moment from competing that I absolutely love. But then I'd say the actual, like if you look at it from the broader thing, it's just the discipline that you accumulate from it, like just getting it done, even when you don't want to, when you're absolutely fucking hanging, like going through the motions, doing the cardio, eating the food, doing the steps, like when you don't want to do it, training on those days. And it's just like that builds up, like the mindset is just like nothing quite like it.
This is part of the same question, by the way. This is from G_Jim Bailey. Is that your client, Josh?
Yeah. Big man George.
Well, boy. It said, obviously favorite moment competing, and also favorite moment of Italy. Looked class.
Oh, that's quite a niche one. So I was in Italy recently. I did like a little 3-day, I think it's 4 days.
Pasta tasting experience.
3 nights. Mate, it was banging. So literally just had a girlfriend had a few days off work and she wanted to go to Italy. I was like, absolutely not. There's not enough time. And then we kind of looked into it and we managed to got a flight to Rome, spent a day in Rome, then got the train from Rome to Florence, spent a day in Florence, then went to Florence to Venice, spent a day in Venice, and then left after 4 days and flew out from Venice. It was absolutely sick. Probably favorite moment from Italy was, I don't know, Florence is a really sick place. If anyone's listening and they want to go to Italy, like it's so good. Just go and look for some like little local restaurant outside the town. That's really nice. It's got to be like ripping through Florence when it's like the sun's going down. It's like 30 something degrees. It's still pretty warm, but it's like still that European golden hour. And then just on one of these little rental scooters, breaking every traffic law known to man, with my girlfriend like crammed in front of me. That's pretty good. So love that. Yeah,
that's very cute. Oh, I love Italy. I love it. I think there's a gap in the market for like in our little world, like the bodybuilding natural world, of like doing some kind of retreat where like you go to somewhere like Italy and like we just train together, you know, go out food together and just like build a community, but on holiday. Do you know what I mean?
That'd be cool.
Very
cool. Where did you go, Josh? Where do you go in Italy?
I've been to Venice, Rome, Umbria, which is like, you know, wine things. I've been to Sorrento, and like the Amalfi Coast, and I've been to Milan. I really like. Oh, Umbria is like so chilled. It's the most chilled out like place that I've ever been in my life. It's beautiful and just chilled, but maybe Rome.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I went to go watch I went to go and watch a football match there, and it was just sick.
Okay. Okay.
So yeah, great memory.
What's the worst place you've ever been to? The worst country you've ever visited?
Split in Croatia.
Okay, I've been there as well. Why did you hate
it? Because someone stole my wallet and the people weren't very nice.
Fuck's sake!
I know what Mo's going to say. Turkey.
Yeah.
Well, which area of Turkey was that?
Istanbul, mate.
Istanbul.
Fucking shithole.
By the sounds of it, mate, it's like Karachi or something, like a map on Call of Duty, bro.
Oh, mate, literally. I think maybe it was I like Turkey as a whole. I've been to Marmaris. I've been a couple times. And maybe it's just like that specific. I just got unlucky when I went to Turkey. Like, it's a really beautiful place. But yeah, I went to Turkey. Went to Turkey to get the hair transplant. And whilst all that was all good, like I decided to book a place, accommodation on like booking.com, not really knowing anything about Turkey. I booked in like the dodgiest shit. Do you know like, what's it called? What's the Call of Duty map called where it's like
Block
slums? No, it's like Brazilian
favela.
Favela.
It was literally like favela, but with high-rise buildings, mate. It was fucking like horrendous. So I actually had to book another Airbnb because this place was so bad and so dodgy. And then every single person that I came across there, especially, just tried to scam me. And I was just like, I fucking hate this place.
God. I think Turkey is a bit, Istanbul is a little bit like that, just a little bit sketchy.
I would like to go back though, I think, but yeah.
We'll go back to the favela. Right, I have a question from Ian Talbot Balfe, and we don't have to answer it. I'm going to ask the question. He's actually a really nice guy, just asked the most horrific questions. Ian has asked, would you rather be...
Right, Ian Talbot Balfe, congratulations. You have officially completed the Board Shorts and Banter podcast. you, sir, are now banned from asking questions.
Yeah, you made us have a 20-minute discussion that we've had to cut out. Thank you, mate. And no one will know the question either, because, well done, Tom. Good editing, bro.
Yeah,
I feel like there's a high I just feel like Tom's going to leave this in. But it's okay. I'll just roll with it. The cancellation was due at some point anyway.
Tomorrow when I'm rushing through my day, trying to keep up with my work, and I'll just quickly upload it. I'll upload the wrong version of it and all that good stuff.
You know what they say, so mate? Bad.
All publicity is good publicity. I just get like 90,000 notifications on my phone.
Yeah. I just want to reiterate, like, nothing, no controversial topics were spoken about anyway.
No. We literally just, I read the question, we all laughed, and then we said, right, let's not answer that question.
Yeah. 100%. Right, and on that note, everyone, thank you very much for listening. Mo, thank you very much for joining us. I appreciate your time.
Thank you for having me. I hope I wasn't too much an awful guest, but I did my best not to be.
You're an amazing guest, mate, as always.
I love you being on, mate. It's a breath of fresh air.
All right, good. As long as I wasn't too badly behaved, that's the main thing.
No, I think you should be a co-host with us now, Mo. I think we should get you involved. You are a men's physique champion now.
Do I not have to earn my stripes a bit more first? Do I not have to get another couple of seasons under my belt?
You've won more shows than Tom, in my opinion.
God's sake.
Yeah, Tom doing all those little fake shows. It's like fighting a journeyman, isn't it? Saying you're like a pro boxer, I reckon.
Yeah. It's like having a 50-0, but then all 50 people are like 90 plus.
90 plus handicaps, yeah.
Yeah, nice one, boys. Cheers for that, lads. Right, anyway, people, thank you very much for listening. If you want to cop some of the best bodybuilding garments in the game, you can use discount code BSB at the checkout. And if anyone doesn't follow Mo for any reason, Mo, where can they find you?
Find me on Instagram, at Mo Samuels, YouTube, at Mo Samuels, making some more fitnessy content now, so happy days.
Yeah, your YouTube is really good at the minute.
Yeah, sick.
Yeah, it's just taking a bit of a different direction in it. It's just like, I appreciate it. It's just difficult to think of video ideas. It's the main thing I'm struggling with right now.
I think it's just like a period of anything when you start trying something new and you don't get that like immediate feedback from like the YouTube algorithm itself. However, mate, I've noticed a lot of people like Jorge, Josh, even myself, and then like I heard you speaking to a guy and like a calling a guy about it. Like the content is sick. I feel like it's just a case of just fucking hammer away at it.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyone, if you want to level up your mindset, your fitness, your physique, win some shows, go follow Mo on YouTube. You'll probably gain like half of a follower now on YouTube, maybe one follower on Instagram now.
Come on. But then that'll be outweighed by the net loss when people realize how awful I am when I reveal my true colors on this. When the question gets leaked of me just being
For God's sake. Right. Anyway, people, thank you very much for listening. Josh, thank you for joining me. Mo, catch you in a bit, mate. And
cheers, boys.
We'll catch you in the next episode. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, all that good stuff. People genuinely subscribe because like 1,000 of you watch this and you're not subscribed. So yeah, subscribe. Bye-bye.